Hey everyone, back. If you remember last time, I was porting everything into one large project. I had like the story, my tests, and the actual battle layer. This week was, or this past 3 weeks, I guess, was mainly focused on continuing to port the battle layer, and when that got boring, do UI iteration and polish. And I also started working on the main menu. The main menu because I started working with the composer. That started last Monday, which is a pretty neat process. So I had for the main menu, I had all the art, the assets. So I gave it a shot to implement it. Everything you see is subject to change. I'll continue iterating, but it's fun to be able to when you're bored of the tedious stuff to try to do some polish. So let's start by looking at the main menu. So this is, it's cool just because you have, the light glowing around his head, the subtle change of the alpha value on the actual buttons, and then a random particle effect, and then the background moves left to right. So there's some life to the scene, and I'm sure I'll add more once I actually work with Brian, who's the guy helping with, the videos and general art direction. But it's a solid foundation, and you can now do 3 save files, and you can also delete those save files. Like in her case, if I hit that X, it would actually delete, and it works. And then I have the music, which you hear in the background. I'll let you listen for a sec. And then another thing I did was when I hit resume game, this violin will play, which is going to be a theme throughout the game. And then now the next thing we have is some world map music. Let me turn that down for a sec. This is what you're hearing now is the first draft, so we'll probably iterate a few more times to get to what we want to get, but it gives you an idea of where the process starts. And then I'm trying to fix the world map. It's way too cartoony. Let me show you. First, continuing the UI. If I hit a red flag, kind of continues that look from the main menu. Hit the other red flag. So it's nicer. It's compared to what it was. Let me show you down here. So watch, the top is the old one right here. And then you can see the bottom. Bottom's just more polished, much more serious looking. The theme of the game is more mature and sorrow, and you can't have a cartoony, world map with everything else being serious. So we're gonna keep iterating on this piece of art to see if we can make it look like it belongs with the game. And if we can, I'll keep it. If not, I might have to redraw it. But anyway, it's a good, incremental progress. And then from here, I'll go ahead and replay this Hills battle. Now we're gonna hit a memory problem. I already know there's a memory leak going on, but let's show you what combat has. I added the ability to position your troops before battle. This is really rough. It needs to look a lot better, and it needs, you click on unit and you can place them. There needs to be spots where you're allowed to place them, which will be an overlay. So much work, so much. So it is what it is right now. Units need to be able to rotate and face the direction you want to face them. And then I added the trebuchet here. And then the battle starts, and you can see the new art for the shields is in. Units actually, the waves start attacking. And we can these guys will be able to attack them. I started the basics of War Machines. It's so bad right now, but just an idea of what it can be. And then when these guys finally die, let's just kill them. There's a game over screen, so it detects things now. And then we'll go back, and it jumps right into the story. Like, it knows how to progress through the scenes. You can skip a story by tapping on the screen. And it'll load in the world map, and then it goes from there. There's so many things behind the scenes just to make all of this work. Making the music transition, making all the assets the right size and loading efficiently, trying to fix all the memory leaks, like making the archer and the trebuchet, making them use the same code, just a different delegate with different properties like reload time, damage, splash damage, sound effect, all of that being just dynamic JSON file that it loads in. Kind of getting these first 3 levels to be fun and stable is kind of the goal to get to an alpha. And for the UI, all of this just to be acceptable for that level of game. Anyway, yeah, that's what was accomplished. And then for this, going into this next week, it'll be more work on music, more work on the battle, and I'll probably pick a new screen like the hero screen or something to kind of put a new UI treatment on. Just do this probably for the next 2 updates, maybe 3 updates, and you'll see the progress. It's actually it's visible now, so that's pretty cool. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys next time.